Hey guys, I find myself out here today at Rollies Truck and Tractor. The property has finally just sold. I've been hearing about it for a long time. There's a few treasures in there that I kind of want to go in and have a look at, and maybe we'll take a few things home today. This is a business that thrived about 20 to 30 years ago. It's been shut down for a long time. Used to specialize in fixing equipment, buying and selling military vehicles, just an array of different things, whatever paid the bills, really. Let's go in, have a little look, see what we can find. So there we are, the old Rollies sign. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there she sits. Let's go in and have a look. Right off the hop, we're seeing this great big old military crane here. Obviously been sitting there for quite a while. It'd be sweet to get her fired up and running again. I heard it potentially could be for sale. If anybody's looking for an old military crane to set on their property to do some work, that's a workhorse right there. Avery would just love that thing. As you can see, it's pretty run down, but I bet you could go up there, spend a few hours, and have that old girl fired up in no time. There's a few other businesses on this property, so kind of what I've heard is it was sold to be developed. So shortly here, I'm sure we'll see some foundations going in the ground. And as you can see, there's just a lot of stuff around here. What I'm here mostly to see is right back there in that back corner. There's a few vehicles back there that, you know, I'd like to be sitting in Dub's Kustoms yard. But I'm not really going to bring that up much today, although I really do want them. I'm just here to help them move a few things and see what kind of treasures that we can dig out. So starting right over here, I see these have already been moved. They were back there. Now they're sitting here. So this is, I'm not sure, 80s something Dodge 4x4. Could be a pretty cool old truck. You know, if the price was right, I'd snap this sucker up. Whether it became just parts or you could get it running again. I don't know how long it's been without the hood. So, and you can see back here that the door's caved in, which it's probably only been caved in since it's been getting moved around this lot over the last 20 years. But here we've got an old 70s Ford. I always love these Fords. I would love to drag this one back over to the shop just for a few parts for the Ford that I have. I need a few trim pieces, and the grill is nicer than mine, but we're gonna have to see. But the stuff that I'm really here and I'm really interested in is this old truck right over here. Now this thing's been sitting here for what I've been told is 30 to 40 years. It's this one right here. This is an old military truck. I've been told it's in the 50s. Sorry, it's raining out here a bit, guys. But look at that. Short box, removable roof, and very complete. It says right on it, Rollies Truck and Tractor. I'd want to keep that, I think, and just bring it back around to be seen again. I would rock the hell out of this thing. On this piece of property somewhere as well is early 80s Cummins diesel 5-speed standard chassis that would fit beautifully underneath this truck. You can see in the back, somebody installed this tow truck rig. Big dirty old winch down there. And I imagine back in its day, it definitely did some work. Sitting here just waiting for me to get my hands on it. Let's have a little look inside. Look at that. Look at that buildup of dirt and grime in this thing. I would love to come in here with a pressure washer and start cleaning this all up, bringing this old girl back around. But very complete and really quite solid. Like, imagine seeing this thing cruising down the road. I can. I love the headlights and everything. Somebody put an old snowplow on it. That would have to go like right away. I'm not sure what engine's in here. Oh, wait, give me a second. There we go. Oh, we got an old flatty. Looks like it's a flat 2.4, flat 6. I imagine this thing would fire up with a little bit of work on the carburetor over there. Should be a runner. I imagine it'd be pretty slow. No water. But look at that old girl. I like the stuff that is out of the ordinary. You guys probably have kind of gathered that by now. And this thing definitely is out of the ordinary. Oh, you guys notice that? Look at that. I wonder what did that. So that's either pounded out body mounts or box mounts, or what I really think it is potentially a bent frame. Big rig in the back, jacked frame. Yeah. Somebody probably had something hooked on so heavy, and maybe they had the front anchored down and they pulled so hard that it bent the frame, maybe? Like, it's not much, but we're like, 2 inches here and maybe 2.5 there. I might be wrong. Maybe it's just cab mounts or something, but I really wouldn't use, well, maybe I can't say that. Maybe I would use the frame, because I bet you that sucker is built to last. You could put a Cummins in that with a 5-speed and you'd be rocking. Now this old girl here, I'm not as much interested in that, but it's this. This I would love to have sitting in the yard. I've got a Duramax chassis in the yard that I've been just looking for the right cab, and this might just be it. Because now look at it. See, and that's where in another one of my videos, people were complaining because I clear coated the Trans Am. Now, I don't mean to get off topic, but what the complaint was is because I painted it with glossy clear. Well, I like glossy clear because that is what I see when it rains. Like this, glossy. And that's what I like, and that's why I went with that. But anyway, back on topic. I'm not sure what year this is. It's a GMC. You can see by the badge right there. Got lots of character. Engine still complete. If I can get this truck for like a scrap price, I would definitely snap it up and have it in the yard. I'd mostly just be keeping this. The rest of it, I would try to part out the frame. That is what's got the character. I would put that on a modern chassis and then build a custom box for it so it looked like a full truck. It'd be just sick. You can see by the thick layer of grime, it's been sitting here for a while. Somebody's destroyed the stock steering wheel, but you can see it's pretty dirty in here. Just simple. And I love that. I did notice something in the back. I wonder what that was. Maybe a light? Who knows? Maybe one of them, I don't know, candle light? Nah, it's too new for that. In the back here, I did see there's an old, I don't even know what it is. Let's climb up here and just have a better look at it. 4-door, something or other. I don't know if any of you guys can tell by the dash what this thing is, but if I can land this truck, it would most likely be coming over to the shop. What's the back look like? That's what I want to know. Okay. I'm gonna say, just by looking at this, that this potentially could be, I want to say it's a Chevy, like a 36 or something. I might be completely wrong. I'm not seeing any badges anywhere. Let's see what the firewall says. Maybe there's a tag. No tag there. So I guess we're at a loss. I'm gonna say 30s Chevy, but I don't know. Aerial view of the old Dodge wagon, or I guess I don't even know if it's a power wagon. I was gonna call it a power wagon, but it might not be. Again, we got the cool old Rollies truck and tractor, used parts. Man, I see some potential in that. Let's see what's been going on. Oh yeah, they've already been clearing in here. I see. We've got an old, what looks like, I don't know if that's a Ford 9-inch, probably a Ford 9-inch maybe. That I would like. Oh boy, look at, they're just piling stuff up. We got an old Chevy over here and an old, looks to be like 49 or so Ford van, which, you know, it's looking very grim for the old, oh sorry, it's a bus. What the hell was I thinking, van? But it's looking pretty grim for the old bus. Like, to find a home for that. If it was the Shorty, then, you know, somebody would snap it up. And, you know, you could make it a Shorty pretty quick. Literally, you come over here, you can see we've got a seam here. We've got a seam here. And we've got a seam here. If you literally took this section out, this section right here, cut the frame down, of course, took this back cap and put it back right here, so it was coming down here, now you'd have a Shorty. Super cool, but it's a lot of work. Sunday school bus. Pretty stoved in right there. Now we've got this old Chevy, which, you know, it's pretty much, yeah, it's good for parts, I guess. I would drag this to the shop because I would hate to see the 4-speed go to scrap. And I'm sure there's a few other parts in there that a guy would like to keep. It's got a good back window in it, good glass in it. Typical Chevy. And it's got an old straight 6. I would definitely like to grab a few parts off of this. I do have a Chevy that my old man gave me sitting in the yard, a little short box step side, and it's missing just a couple of parts. I could definitely probably snag them right off of this. And last but not least, over here, which is going to be the first vehicle that we're going to be moving, is this old Land Rover or Cruiser. I'm really not sure which one it is. I always get confused, but it's pretty much roached. It looks like the roof is still good. If anybody's looking for a roof, I might know where one is. But I won't let that go. If he's literally scrapping this, like you could, it's toast, right? So the body's definitely going. It's got no rear axle. Pretty much nothing good left except for that roof. Somebody out there's looking for that sucker. A few engine blocks and front axles and miscellaneous junk. I seen something else over here beside this excavator sitting here ready to rip stuff up. Now, this thing is kind of interesting. I don't know where this would have come into play if I took a guess. It's like a little 3-wheel hydraulic. So it's powered by the front wheel. I could see them maybe using this in like a mine, maybe underground mining to transport people deeper into the mine shaft, possibly. I don't know, 3x3. It's interesting. Oh, it's actually all-wheel drive. That's got a hydraulic hose going into it too, so it looks like every wheel has power. Yeah, and there's poor old bus. Let's see if it's got a motor in it. Maybe this video, somebody will just fall in love with the old girl and there'll still be enough time to save it. I imagine we're down to months. Where are you? Give me a second here. I don't know. We might not be opening this. Oh, something's over here. Hold on. Okay. Well, there's our answer. No more power plant. Okay, well, that lowers the value of the old bus. Old planetary and a bunch of junk that's been here forever. Only we got a few windshields, but trying to find out what those belong to, probably not worth the time. Some old bucket seats. Oh, a couple of shrouds for radiators. So there's a few old parts in here that are automotive related. So you never know, you might find a little treasure back there. Definitely gonna have to have a little look-see. But I gotta ask for permission first. There we go. Poor old bus. I hate it. I don't want to see it go to scrap, but I'm pretty certain there's not that much time left before all this stuff's got to be gone. So I've got to go find the previous owner, my friend that just sold the property, and make a game plan on what we're going to move first. The day's finally come. Oh, you don't need any more vehicles, James. Be strong. But when would you find another chance to own one of these that's been sitting for that long? Like, imagine hearing that sucker run again. It looks like these potentially could be maybe the seats out of that old bus. Let me be the one to pump that tire up and load this thing onto a trailer. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Like always, be safe out there. Peace. Remember, like and subscribe really helps me out.